Greetings, judges and viewers. We are from Hsinchu Senior High School, and today's topic is Pursuit of Water in HCHS. 竹岭寻源. I'm Johnny,
And I'm Charles.
and this slide will be connected with SDGs 6. And let's see about the status quo about water resources around the globe. Picture 1. Billions of people still lack access to safe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene. Inside, 2 billion people lack safely managed drinking water. And 2.3 billion people live in water-stressed countries. They may suffer from drought or water shortage. On the other hand, 129 countries are not on track to sustainably manage water resources by 2030. And the slide's main idea is from SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. And we are going to focus on clean water. So we design and come up with an idea is the water dispenser in Hsinchu Senior High School. Because lately, some classmates of mine just complained about the water quality is not good from the water dispenser. So the story will begin at water dispenser in Hsinchu Senior High School. We want to know the water quality, water output of those dispensers. Next, these 4 chapters are what we focus on. First is motivation and intention. Charles will tell you why do we choose water dispenser as our topic. And second, survey and research. We have made a questionnaire and used pH meter to test water quality. Third is result. Result from the pH meter we test and the questionnaire statistics. And the last is reflection. We will reflect on how we do this project and what we can do more if the second chance is given.
And first part of this presentation, we will talk about our motivation and intention for this research. First, about the schedule. This project spans from February 2022 to about the end of April 2022, about 3 months. And we divided our class into 3 teams. The first team is questionnaire team. Second team is the statistic team. The third team was water testing team. The second part of this presentation, survey and research. How did we design each question about dispensers? Well, while making the questionnaire, we make sure the questions could reflect what is the identity of the recipients. What do the recipients think of the water quality and water output, the dispensers in our school, and finally, what can be improved in our school and this research. We use a scale from 1 to 5 in the questions. On the side of 1 means you're very discontent with the question, and on the side of 5 means you're very content with the question. And we post the link to the survey on dispensers in our school. There are 2 kinds of dispensers in our school. One is embedded dispenser, the other is vertical dispensers. The survey is composed with multiple parts. The first part is the introduction to this research. The second part was the identity of the recipients and the frequency of them using the dispensers. And if they answer never using the dispenser, the survey will immediately end. The third part was where do they use the dispenser. The fourth part was the water quality of the dispenser and the water output. The fifth part was the dispenser amount in our school and their arrangement. The sixth part is different taste of water. And if you think that and you think that every dispenser in our school tastes the same, then the question and said no, the question will skip ahead to question part 9. And if you answer yes, then we will ask you where do you taste the differences and whether the office water quality and the dispenser is better. The ninth part of this survey is about whether the dispenser's sink is clean or not, and whether you have checked the maintenance check on the dispenser. The 10th part is about the checkout frequency. Sorry, and if whether it's frequent or not. And the second part of the 10th part is whether the dispenser has a checkup list. And if you answer yes, the dispenser doesn't have a checkup list, and we will ask you where is this dispenser. The last part of this survey is, do you have any advice for us or for the school?
And we go to the chapter 3 results. We get our results from the questionnaire, statistics, and the pH meter. And this is what pH meter looks like. To use the pH meter, we need to take 2 steps. One is calibrate, and second is measure. We need to put a pH meter into a solution, and the pH meter screen will display a number. If the number is 7, it means the solution is neutral. If the number is above 7 or below 7, it means that the water may be too basic or too acid. The number 7 means it is good for humans to drink. And we went to 6 buildings to test the water quality by pH meter, and the statistics display 7 or 6.9 in each building's water dispenser. So these water are good for us to drink. And next part is the statistics from the questionnaire. And we use pivot analysis to analyze the statistics we got from the questionnaire. And let me take this for example. The horizontal axis is how clean is the sink. And we got 1 to 5 points for the respondents to check one. And the vertical axis is where do you fill the water usually. And let me take one building for example. You see 高山大楼, and 高山大楼 has a high score of 105 in 3 points. So 105 people think that the sink cleanliness is so-so because most people choose 3. And our respondents is largely from first grader, 44.7%, and third grader, 41.1%, because our 2 instructors taught their students in first grader and third grader. So they compelled their students to help us fill the questionnaire. So they are the 2 big group in these respondents. As for teacher and second grader, they feel the least. And the right picture display where we study at Hsinchu Senior High School. First grader is in 明德楼, 高山大楼, no, first grader is in 高山大楼, and second grader is in 新明楼. Okay, and Hsinchu Senior High School is a big campus, so we have lots of buildings in our school, but we need to choose some subject matter that really matters. So we choose 高山大楼, 新明楼, 明德楼 because these 3 buildings are our classroom building. So we choose these 3 for our subject matter. By the statistics, we got some information from the data. And first one is water quality. And we divide the data into vertical dispenser group and embedded dispenser group. And the classmates and teachers can give the points of water quality from 1 to 5. 5 means very satisfied and one is not satisfied. In 高三大楼, in both vertical and embedded one get the highest point. So third graders enjoy better water quality. And the other fact is that vertical dispensers water quality average score is higher than embedded one. So vertical dispenser is better than embedded one. And as for water quality in teacher's office, we often have mean that teacher enjoys better water in their office than students. But the fact is, water quality in the office is almost the same as other places because in how different is the water quality between teacher's office and places? This question, no comment, accounts for 56, almost a half of the data. So many people think that the water quality is there is no difference between classroom area or teacher's office. As for water output, we also divide them into vertical dispenser and embedded dispenser. And the 高三大楼 also gets the highest point. So third grader enjoy better water output. And the vertical dispenser average score is higher than embedded one. So vertical dispenser is still better than embedded one. And as for the cleanliness of sink, we often see that the sink is not clean at all because we like to cook the instant noodles in the sink, and we will leave some leftover of instant noodles in the sink. So we want to investigate how teachers and classmates think about the cleanliness of sink. 明德楼、新民楼、高三楼 and other buildings score is below 3 points, so it is failed to be clean, and the sinks of the water dispenser aren't clean commonly. And 明德楼、新民楼、高三大楼 point is lower than other buildings, so it means that if the water dispenser is usually used by the students and the sink cleanliness is dirty. And the checking maintenance record is 1 point because few people will check the maintenance record. But maintenance record is very important to us because if the maintenance is not checked usually, we don't know how clean is the water, and it will affect our health conditions. So, but most of the people don't check maintenance record because there is still 197 people don't check the maintenance record. And the more frequently one fill water, the more possibly one check record. You can see the ratio between yes and total. There is a percentage. If a person use the water dispenser 1 time a day, and he or she checks the maintenance record has 21.52%, but more than 3 times has 38.78%. It means that the more frequently one fill water and the more possibly one check record, but the data is still lower than 50%. And 1/4 of the students found dispensers unchecked regularly. For example, 至善楼、明德楼、Assembly Center 高三大楼、新民楼、资源大楼 there are some maintenance lack here. And as for the frequency of maintenance, most people think that once per 1 to 3 months or once per 1 month is a good frequency for checking the maintenance.
And we gathered some requests from our recipients and our own. And we have three points in common. Cleanliness of sink, water quality, and regular maintenance. However, due to we focus more on SDGs goals, and the students feel more like their own living conditions, and so the answer is cold water supply and temperature control. But we answered water quality and water output. The reason for the students mainly reply for cold water supply mainly due to the hot summer. During summer, the water coming out from the dispenser usually is 30 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, which is too hot to drink. So they ask for temperature control. And the dispenser amount and distribution. We think that due to the popularity of vertical dispensers, we think that the school should increase the amount of them. And we also found out that stadiums have less dispensers than classrooms. So so we think that the school should increase the amount of dispensers in the stadium. And the fourth part is our reflection. What effort can be improved in the next research? How about SDGs about water dispensers? The output ratio of water to wastewater from the wastewater dispenser is 1 to 6, which is very water intensive. Our school guides the storage and reuse wastewater to become the school's ecological pool, which is behind Mindelou, which contributes to microclimate and landscaping. How about suggestions from teachers and experts? The first is about interview. We should ask some experienced teachers and experts about the change of dispensers. And the second part is data collecting. We should invite more students and teachers, at least 100 each group, to gain more and complete data. How about the third part, practice? Instead of just making a presentation about water quality and dispensers, we should launch a campaign or ask a fair office to improve dispensers. Fourth part is inheritance. Due to the pandemic, we cannot put our project into practice. Yet, we could teach and introduce our school brothers to this project, and they can inherit our work. Thank you for your listening. Hope you have gained some information about water quality and dispensers in HCHS. Goodbye.